Hello and welcome back to English Hub. Today we are going to study from the Diary of Anne Frank, a heart-touching piece from Class 10th First Flight NCERT book. The lesson from the Diary of Anne Frank is an extract from the diary of a young girl written by Anne Frank, a Jewish girl who went into hiding during World War II. This diary, which later became one of the world's most widely read book, captures her thought, experience, and reflection with honesty and innocence. Anne Frank was a 13-year-old Jewish girl who lived during World War II. She and her family had to hide from the Nazis during this time. Anne wrote a diary which later became world famous as the Diary of a Young Girl. In this extract, she shares her personal feeling, her life at school, and her relationship with her teachers and family. Anne felt lonely because she didn't have a real friend she could trust, so she decided to treat her diary as her best friend and named it Kitty. She believed that paper has more patience than people, that's why she poured all her thoughts into it. She introduced her adorable father, caring mother, loving sister Margot, and her grandmother, whom she missed dearly. She even lit a candle for her grandmother on her birthday, a sign of her deep love and affection. Now, this section is from her diary, 20th June 1942, in which she wrote as Dear Kitty and explained about her school incident, about her class, about her friends, and the result she was waiting for, about the teacher, Mr. Keesing. Let us see. Anne was very talkative in class. This annoyed her maths teacher, Mr. Keesing. As a punishment, he gave her extra homework in the form of essays. And there were three essays, three-time punishment, which were given to her. First was a chatterbox, and Anne cleverly argued about in a student's trade and even inherent from her mother. And this is the reason why she is a chatterbox, why she is so much talkative. The second essay was about an incorrigible chatterbox, and again she wrote smartly and explained her point. The third time was a quack, 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 and the mistress chatterbox. This time Anne wrote a funny poem comparing her talkative nature to a family of ducks. The teacher, Mr. Keesing, laughed at her creativity, read it out to the class, and stopped punishing her. This shows he was strict but also fun loving and open minded. Anne Diary shows that she was a witty, intelligent, humorous, and a very observant. She was honest about her feeling, critical about her classmate, and yet fun loving. Her writing reflects about both innocence of childhood and maturity of a thoughtful girl. This lesson highlights Anne's loneliness, her search for companionship, her experience at school, and her ability to express herself beautifully. Her diary remains a symbol of hope, courage, and the voice of young people everywhere. Anne Frank's diary is not just a personal account but a universal story of growing up, facing struggles, and finding strength in words. That's why her diary is read all over the world even today. About the personality and the observations that we can see in the chapter, and believe that the paper has more patience than people. This reflects her loneliness and need to confide in her diary. She found some of her classmates as dummy and believed that un- teachers were the most unpredictable creatures. Her humor, wit, and ability to argue intelligently made her stand out. Her diary entries relieves that she was fun loving, sharp minded, and matured beyond her years. In the chapter, we can also see loneliness and need for expression, and lacked a true friend, which led her to confide in her diary. Student teacher relationship can be seen in the chapter. Her witty exchange with Mr. Keesing highlights the balance between discipline and humor in teaching. Faith in writing. The diary became Anne's faithful companion, giving her comfort and patience. Childhood innocence and maturity. And playful humor, her observation about friends, teachers, and school, and her reflective tone reveal both her innocence and her deep maturity. From the Diary of Anne Frank, beautifully captures the spirit of a young girl who, despite being surrounded by the horrors of the war, remained lively, witty, and hopeful. Anne's diary is not just a historical record, but also a universal reflection of adolescence, innocence, and the search for companionship. So, learners, from the Diary of Anne Frank is more than just a school story. It's a voice of a young girl who found comfort in words during one of the darkest time in the history. If you like this explanation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English Hub for more lessons. See you in the next video.